Gotta turn that dang fan off. Trying to steep this tea. A lot going on this planet. God damn, my eyes. Watery allergies and that the seasons are changing and stuff. So um, a lot of stuff taking place on this planet. I've been seeing a lot of videos on YouTube, and that's what I'm saying. Like the older folks that haven't caught up to this, they're not paying attention to what's going on social media before it actually. Matter of fact, stuff on social media is not hitting the news. The news on social media is not hitting the news, and it never will because it's not mainstream. So older people is not paying attention to this stuff. They're calling it crazy. What's that? You know, there's some real stuff going on this planet right now. I'm not gonna get into all of it in this one video, but I'm seeing a lot of people talk about different things. I'm not gonna jump on the same topic as them. I don't want to be like no one else. But they're speaking real shit out here, and people need to pay attention. People need to really pay attention to what the hell is going on. We have to push these messages out. There's very few people that even speak on this type of shit. So, before we get into this video, I'm sipping on some, I think it's silica tea. I forgot the name of that, but it's a matcha blend of green tea. It's green, so. And this has a quote thing on it, though. Let's read it. Believe you can, and you're halfway there. Wow. I have to worse zoom on this camera, but yeah, that's crazy. Believe you can, and you're halfway there. By Theodore Roosevelt. But anyways, loud ass sips. But stuff is about to go down. I did a video last night. I didn't really I kind of messed up on it a little bit. It's some stuff I kind of left out, details and stuff, and I can't remember what they was. I should have wrote them down. But I really wanted to push that video out because I believe that might be something added into what's going on, what's going to happen soon. I'm not the type of person to really dwell in the future or the past. I'm more of a present moment type of guy. But at the same time, you got to know the past in order to get to that. In order to know the present, what's going on. The present is the future, so they say. You know. So I go back further into old research and historical shit and whatever. But this shit is deep. Now, this might be a little crazy, a little far-fetched. But last night I was talking about cryogenics. Cryogenics. I'm going to post that video up, even though I left out a huge amount of details and different stuff. I didn't show the laboratories and shit, the cryogenic labs and all that. I didn't show none of that. I forgot the name of the labs. It's a couple labs. These laboratories, they pushing out all type of shit. And we don't know when they're gonna push them out. You know, that's the scary thing. A lot of people get their channel shut down for talking about shit like this. I done got a couple videos taken down on this YouTube channel talking like this before. They don't like this. Sometimes they cut my video off when I be talking about this stuff sometimes, and they just cut it off. And I can't even post it out to y'all. See, that's what the system does. And it's not no rat shit. It's not no snitch shit. This is just some awareness type of shit. This is the shit to be on guard. This is shit to stay on your toes. This is shit that's gonna keep your family alive if you know this stuff. You're gonna be prepared. You know, you're gonna have an open view on things around you, more alertness. Now, cryogenics. I talked about it in the other video. I'm not gonna get too much into detail in it, but they got it in Dragon Ball Z. They got it in Cowboy Bebop. And people think anime is just for. That's what I'm saying. People think cartoons and shit. Oh, that's for kids. That's for kids. No, this shit's real. And it was like Cowboy Bebop and Dragon Ball. It was in the '90s. Like it came out. You know what I'm saying? I think Dragon Ball was in the '90s. Might be the '90s. Let me see. Uh, I even read a scripture about it in the Bible yesterday. So, when a person dies, they have these things. I don't go too much in detail. When there's people that die, that they sign up for this thing called a cryogenic chamber, and they want their body to be preserved in these chambers for a period of time at a certain temperature until one day, once everything gets fully analyzed and they do all type of analysis and different stuff to try to bring these people in the dead people inside these cryogenic chambers back to life. MF Doom talks about it. Watch them freeze dead roaches and they came. Watch them freeze dead roaches and come back to life. Uh, let's see. I want to see that year that Dragon Ball. I didn't get in that Doom lyric. Uh, Doom was 1980, late 1980s. Hip hop artist came out. Uh, Dragon Ball '86. God damn, I didn't know that. I think it was Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball GT. Um, all the Dragon Balls tell everything. I'm not gonna get too much into the Dragon Ball thing. The Dragon Ball thing is deep. That's just spirituality to the next. That might be a cartoon. Like I'll be thinking, like that shit might be that might be the anime cartoon to tell us that watch this. Like you know what I'm saying? We so fixed. Oh, okay, this shit's dope. That might be telling us to get our spiritual powers elevated up high enough because that's the next life we gonna go into. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like, yeah, that's how my mind's thinking. You know what I'm saying? That might be the afterlife. Like we don't. How you like? You never know. This shit crazy on Dragon Ball. This shit's so real. People think it's just for kids, man. This shit's so real, especially when you high. You get stoned and watch Dragon Ball. You gonna be like, damn, this feel like this is my life all over again. Spiritually, the spiritually, it's like a spiritual growth journey their own. Each character is on their own spiritual. It's so weird. And it's like that's the chosen ones that was put here about it. It's so weird, so strange when I think about it like that. But anyways, they have cryogenic chambers in this anime. I'm gonna show y'all, and we'll get in this Doom verse, and I'm gonna get into Cowboy Bebop, but I'm gonna get right here at the Dragon Ball and show y'all the cryogenic chamber. I think Goku was placed in. There it goes. Was that a cryogenic chamber? It was Vegeta. I think it was Vegeta. Yep, Vegeta was in the cryo. Yeah, Vegeta was in the cryogenic. Crazy. Y'all can see that. God damn. Y'all can see that's Vegeta, and I think that's one of the higher gods. So this show is this anime is telling me like this might be, hey, get your spiritual elevation up higher because this is going to be the afterlife. This is going to be the next life after this one. Like I'm thinking like we might come back out of the cryogenic. I don't know. It's so I don't want to say that because we got to. It's so weird. I don't want to get too much deeper into this. I'll break all that down in another video. Here's the cryogenic chamber from Cowboy Bebop. Now they about to push some humans out with this thing in real life. People's not even paying attention to what the hell's going on. So sad. That's what's sad. For real. That's what's sad. People rather keep the blinders on and wake up. I want my people to be safe. I want my people to be prepared. I want my people to be alert and sharp and quick on their feet. If I die, hey, it is what it is, but damn. At least I know somebody else made it. They heard this message and they got out, they was prepared for it. Oh, they took the cryogenic chamber off the Cowboy Bebop episode. Wow. So weird. Then we're gonna get into I read some scriptures last night about this cryogenic chamber. And and it's so weird because I went back this morning, looked in the Bible, back in the whole scripture that I read yesterday, and I was like, damn, it's not in there. It wasn't in the Bible. But it was clear as day on the website. I don't know if somebody created it, made it up, but it sure sounded like it was out of the Bible. But you never know. People make up all kind of shit nowadays. Here's the cryogenic Faye Valentine was in. She was in the cryo, the Cowboy Bebop anime, back in the 1990s. She was cryogenically frozen, brought back to life. I think they had to put a microchip in her because she had showed Spike in one of the episodes, close to the last one, if I'm not mistaken. She was brought out by the sometimes she was brought out by the system as a she was like a cyborg, I guess you could say. She was controlled by they had put the chip in her. She was robotic, whatever. She was put out on these missions. She's like an agent type shit. You know what I'm saying? So weird. They're gonna push those out too. Robots too. All that clones and all that. That's what these cryogenic things. Clones and cryogenics and robots. That's three different things. Cryogenics. They might push them out. They might push all the people that passed away and brought them back to life in some type of other form or something else. Then they got the robots to fight with. Then you got the people in the. Oh man. You got the people got shit that's getting cloned on this planet that they pushing out too. They got bugs that's getting cloned. They got bugs that's robotic and shit. They got dogs, all kind of animals and different shit that they're mixing shit with. They playing with this shit in labs. You don't know what the fuck they're gonna put out, when, where, how. You don't know. You just don't know. Just be alert. Everybody in your face might not be a human. And now at some point, this way this thing's kind of looking. So crazy how this shit got predicted back in the anime MF Doomsverse. I told you I was gonna put up the MF Doomsverse, but here's the cryogenic. So weird that he took them off Google, but there's one. That's cryogenics. That's cryogenics right there. All humans, all dead Yeah, humans. They're gonna bring them back to life eventually one day. So weird. Probably already got some back to life right now. Who knows? They might be tuned into this channel. Clones, drones, robots, and fucking all kind of shit. I'm gonna read that Doom verse for y'all. I read it last night on the video. I'm gonna post that. We don't know if it's all the way this shit is accurate. I don't know what the fuck I'm lit right now. This shit is accurate. Um, it's been going on for years. Shit. See, we gotta wake up to. You gotta create in your mind what's the truth. Instead of you go back and oh damn that shit ain't real. You'll fall back in the physical realm like the people that's kind of a little closed down in the mind. You be like oh damn that shit ain't real, but you really look at it from a deep perspective with your eyes open. Oh okay, and now I see what you know. You got to be like that with this shit. Your man to play tricks on you all day about it, but you know you got to be able to create your own truth in your mind. See, just don't take what you hear, what you see, what's put in front of you. You make up your own truth. Okay, where's this doom verse at? I'm gonna read the end of it. And I'm gonna get into the scripture that I cannot find in the Bible. So weird. Oh, okay, there it is. They already put it up on the thing. Wow. Wow, somebody already put the whole thing right there, the last part. So weird. I watched him freeze roaches and bring them straight back to life. He used a different approach than I ever read. The only thing he ever said was the roach is never dead. So that means, I talk about infinity a lot, and I'm talking about the spiritual infinite soul within us, intertwined with the light of God. Anyways, that's infinite. But it's going to be in the physical realm, which I didn't talk about in the last video. In the physical realm, there's going to be these things that are continuously leaving. They're going to be hard to destroy. You might not be able to destroy them at all. Robots and all that. You know what I'm saying? So they're just going to wipe out everything on this planet pretty soon. Pretty soon. So strange that MF Doom saw this. So crazy. So crazy. Now this cryogenics thing has been going on way back though. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how long this thing's been in But I want to read that scripture real quick and I'm gonna jump off. I'm gonna jump off here after I read that scripture. Let's see, I read that verse last night. There it is. So we're John 1, chapter 5, verses 8, 9, and 10, which I did not see at all when I read the book last night. So weird. It's all in here. I don't know if somebody wrote this in English form. I don't know. It's so, or my Bible's missing a page. I don't know what's going on. John 1, chapter 5, verses 8, 9, 10. Thou shalt not freeze thy body, nor thy head in the frozen aluminum tank for resurrection later. It is not good for the soul, for those who shall be cryogenically, I think somebody wrote this, cryogen, frozen, shall be damned as the serpent with no legs. He shall be frozen like a kumquat on a stick. Man, And I did not see that through the verses nowhere. Genesis chapter 3, verse 5. Who to those who freeze themselves for whom something I, to those who freeze themselves, for it is written that the admirers of all, now somebody created those frozen like popsicles. Now somebody created that, man. Somebody created that right there. Somebody created that. Somebody might have created that whole first thing too. I read. You never know. You can't believe everything online. If it didn't come out that book, I don't know. Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 9. As does the crab scoot about the ocean and the swallow fly above the earth, those that freeze their heads in jars in hope of a body transplant shall be cast into a container of ill repute, home to the freezers. Wow. Wow. Now that goes back to was it the first thing I was talking about? Or was it Dragon Ball? They put, they had Piccolo in a containment wave in a jar. I think it was a jar. They had him in a containment wave, and the only way he could cut, it was like he was trapped in this other dimension. He was like tortured. It, I had to bring it back up. I forgot the whole. I used to know the whole thing of it. I read the whole thing about it. Let me see. I don't want to be so off. Everything you want to find is online, but you can't really. Let's just say make up your own truth, though. You know, you really can't go off everything you see here and get thrown that. So I just kind of go along with it a little bit. But I make up my own truth. Really don't look at all this stuff as accurate. Nothing's, you never know. But as my mind can see, I believe this is something that needs to be put out there just to be a warning, a slight warning. Because, we're in the last days. Let's see. Who we? Evil containment wave. This is on Dragon Ball. That's what I'm saying. This thing, this world, this whole Dragon Ball thing world that we was watching on anime, this might be the next world that they're showing us that we're going to do. It's like it might be the next realm, the next existence that we're going to after this place. And then once we get to that place, we might see some shit on TV that's going to show us that the next realm we go to, it's just worlds, it's different worlds. This ain't the only world. I don't believe this is just the last world. We go keep, you know. My mind is just, that's how I'm thinking nowadays. Like, I'm way out of this world. And that's not a brag or to be a egotist or I'm better. No, I'm just, you got to think like that nowadays. You got to be out of this world. Because this world, what we in is just, it's a horror show. It's a horror flick. Um, let's read this containment wave. All right. It is this. I'm going to show y'all the containment wave. I had pulled it up and then I dropped it back. There it goes. So that's Roshi. If you ever watch Dragon Ball, that's Roshi. This man's like spiritually, like just man. He's beyond. There's the containment wave right here. This is the containment wave that the demons gets trapped in. This is some spiritual deep shit. It is designed to seal demons away by sucking them into a container with a special demon seal. This is the last thing that's the Bible verse that I read, which said, as as does the crab scoot about the ocean and the swallow fly above the earth. Those that freeze their heads in jars in hope of a body transplant shall be cast into a container of ill repute, home to the freezers. So it's gonna be they're gonna get tortured. You know, their souls gonna. You know, um, it is designed to seal demons away by sucking them into a container with a special demon seal, which I don't know if they made that scripture up in it on that blog post or what. I don't know because that's nowhere in the Bible, so that might just be some Mojo Jojo. Um, the move requires huge stamina and endurance to perform. If user does not have enough life force, they would die soon after performing it. Despite the success of the technique, so if the person doesn't have enough stamina to perform the spiritual power that he possesses to the certain degree enough, he's gonna perish. It's over. Um, Despite the success of the technique, this technique, however, can be used on any living organism. Oh my goodness. Regardless of they are evil or not. So you don't gotta be evil to get to the entertainment way. So this technique can be partially dangerous if it has befallen to the wrong hands. So if a demonic, sadistic, fucked up person comes behind this containment wave, they're going to use it in an advantage way to enslave people, trap, torture people. Certain, it's any type of container can be used as long as it can be sealed shut after the technique has been completed. Any type of container can be used as long as it can be sealed shut after the technique has been completed. However, the smaller the container, the harder it is to aim the target into its opening. Oh my God. The technique can be performed in different ways to get the same result in sealing the target as the move requires delicacy and finesse. The technique's effects appear to be somewhat traumatizing for the victim as King Piccolo. So, yeah, that's crazy. But that's a whole nother video. I get into that. But that's just crazy, man. I wanted to touch on the cryogenic stuff, man. And shit's deep. We don't know what's coming. You know, all the drones floating around in the air and robots getting released. You know, soon you got these clones out and fucking cryogenic microchipped folks is coming out here and they're letting release out of these labs and doing all type of shit on them. I don't know. It's coming to a head though, you know. Uh, I want to punch in the last days of Revelation. I'm gonna hop off this thing. The Bible talks about the last days of earth primarily in the book of Revelation, in which John writes about the return of Jesus Christ and the deliverance of all believers, such. Revelation informs us that the final showdown between God and Satan. Uh, Corinthians 4:5, verse 5. Therefore, judge nothing before the appointed time. Wait until the Lord comes. He will bring to light what is hidden in darkness and will expose the motives of the heart. At that time, each will receive their praise from God. So the ones chosen are being put in a position to do God's will and bring this shit out to the forefront to the people on earth to help someone get prepared for what the fuck's about to come. We might be the prophets that the Bible talks about. All us chosen ones online and out in the world and doing God's work. We are the chosen. We are the ones in the scriptures. We don't veer off. We don't get distracted. We stay on task. We stay on course. We stay focused. We stay headstrong, level-headed, feet planted firm, and pointed straight to the journey. What lies ahead? The light of God. We shine as one, intertwined with the divine spirit of all existence. So, I might have messed up a little bit on that, but oh well. Daniel 12:4. But you, Daniel, roll up and seal the words of the scroll until the time of the end. Many will go here and there to increase knowledge. Isaiah 46:10, verse 10. I make known the end from the beginning, from ancient times. What is still to come, I say. My purpose will stand, and I will do all that I please. John 6:39. And this is the will of him who sent me, that I shall lose none of all those he has given me, but raise them up at the last days. Jude 1:7, verse 7. In a similar way, Sodom and Gomorrah and the surrounding towns gave themselves up to sexual immorality and perversion. They serve as an example of those who suffer the punishment of eternal fire. Luke 18:8. I tell you, he will see that they get justice, and quickly. However, when the Son of Man comes, will he find faith on earth? Revelation 21:8. But the cowardly, the unbelieving, the vile, the murderers, the sexually immoral, those who practice magic arts. That's these females nowadays playing with these tarot cards and all this bad energy shit and whatever the fuck they doing out here. The idolaters and all liars, they would be consigned to the fiery lake of burning sulfur. This is the second death. Us chosen folks won't go through this. We are spiritually aligned with the light of God within. The rest will suffer. If you're not on the right track, man, get on the right track. You know, I used to be, and this ain't no religious shit, none of that. But this is just stay on the right track. You don't gotta be religious, none of that. But I'm just saying, stay on the right track, because I'm not religious or none of that. But I'm all over the place. If I'm research this, I research that. I'm over here, I'm over there. I'm reading this, I'm reading that scripture, this scripture. Beyond the, I'm reading other books. This book, that book. I'm not just in one book. I'm all over the place. So, I don't just dwell in one area. I'm all over. That's how my mind would be. I'm just ADHD as fuck like that. But we in the last days. It's time to get right, man. It's time to get right. A lot of people's on the wrong path, man. A lot of people's on the wrong path. That's a lot of videos I'm going to get out to y'all about movies and the world. It's different things. I want to write them down, too, so I won't forget, because I got a couple in my head right now. I'm going to get out to the people and shoot those things out. Let's see, what's that? I forgot the name of that movie. There it is. That's it. I want to break that movie down. Got a lot of movie breakdowns I'm gonna get into. I got a lot of old ones back on the channel, but now I'm really going into detail with some stuff. Because, a lot of movies I'm gonna be posting on this channel that I'm gonna be breaking down. and it's gonna get deep. The Spirit clearly, Timothy 4:1-3:1. The Spirit clearly says that in later times some will abandon the faith and follow deceiving spirits and things taught by demons. Such teachings come through hypocritical liars whose consciences who have been seared as with a hot iron. They forbid people to marry and order them to abstain from certain foods which God created to be received with thanksgiving by those who believe and who know the truth. No good food. We ain't gonna get into that food thing. This video is already too long. It's gonna take forever to post. It's Blake the Matchbox, Blake the Spinal Form, Blake the Mike Mugen, Blake the Hit the Flows, Blake the Gap Tooth, Blake the all over the place, whatever you want to call me, Blake the Left Field, whatever it is, put the Blake before it, bang. On to the next one, y'all.